Hey, let's see who Butts picked up today.
Who did Butts pick up today? I don't know.
Probably picked up Josh Gordon.
Josh Gordon. Oh, because Butts is always flying around that waiver wire.
I think Butts has like $15 left of Fab.
T.J. Jones for $6. He's like, I don't know. Somebody might really want T.J. Jones. I'm gonna have to pay.
T.J. Jones. T.J. fucking Jones. As a Lions fan, that's just so
Listen, I bid
fucking
one
stupid.
on everybody unless like they're a must-have.
If somebody scores a touchdown on the waiver, you best believe Butts is picking them up next week.
That's guaranteed.
Butts like, oh, he's sweet. He scored a touchdown.
He could do that every single week. I need him in my lineup.
All right, boys, back at it again. What are we, week 7?
Yeah. 6 weeks in
Week
the books.
7.
I have nothing to absolutely plan at all. What are we going to talk
Week
about?
6 in the books. We're joined here by our not-so-special guest, Trevor Wiscotchel, owner of a team, what is it? Home in your Phillip Rivers? What is it, Trevor?
He don't even want to say it, so fucking head ass.
Come so
I don't
much,
get it,
dude. Phillip Rivers.
I don't get it.
We got Rob back on the show too. We ain't seen Rob
and we
since the
got Rob
preseason.
back.
Was that
Back-to-back
preseason? That wasn't
defending
I
champs.
don't think so.
Owner of teams XNXS, Alexis, Texas.
Slash.
And of course, our lovely co-host, Michael Wiseman.
What's going
Maybe
on?
he's the host. He probably is the host.
Boom, Ali Zolchek.
What's your team name, Michael? I'm sorry.
It's Boom, Ali Zolchek.
Boom, Ali Zolchek, and of course me, a.k.a. the commish, a.k.a. owner of Team Delaney Saggy Tits. So right now, obviously, it's a Thursday night game, and that's going ham. So we got that going on in the background.
We got about 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Go over standings real quick.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me get that pulled up
I
here.
took another loss, bringing me down to 1-5. Me and Derek are at the bottom. And we have a huge 4-way tie up top for first.
Yep, we got
with Nick
Did you hold on to that?
Rudder, the dark horse, leading the way. And everybody else is just sandwiched in the middle. And
yeah, it's
that's
pretty
about
tight.
it.
It's pretty
Go, say it
tight.
again?
The whole standing's pretty tight. I mean, we're still pretty early in the season, but you know, it's anyone's.
Do you think Jad has
Year.
a chance to make the playoffs?
I never thought I'd be in it at 1-5, dude.
He's gonna need a lot of things to break his way.
He can string together a couple wins and he'd be all right.
Your team's tearing it up right now, so we'll see.
Yeah, I got Amari Cooper and Tyreek Hill going.
Yeah, you
The
gotta.
one Hill
Tyreek Hill
boiled. He
caught
did
one.
the 2 touchdowns.
You're off to a good start, mate.
Tyreek Hill just had a 20-yard catch.
Did he said 20?
There.
Nice. So, just to recap last week, nothing big happened. Like, no, big wins or losses or anything. I kind of wanted to talk more on this one, just, general, strategy and stuff. Just, what everybody thinks. Just to go back, we had 2 relatively big trades this week. Definitely one big one for sure. We haven't had any good trades in a while.
Yeah,
Rob,
Rob,
why
you
don't you
wanna?
segue us into that?
You
Who
wanna
did
talk about your trade,
What
Rob?
did you trade? And what are your thoughts and opinions on it?
Are you asking me? I didn't even hear you say that.
Who did you trade? What did you trade?
Oh, I traded Leonard Fournette, Zeke Elliott, and Jarvis Landry for basically Des Bryant and Le'Veon Bell.
We also got Sammy Watkins in the mix.
Sammy fucking Watkins. I'm just gonna stash him on my bench until he starts doing
Watkins.
something.
He could be some good trade values.
But to be
You
honest,
gave up-
I'm
Go
really
ahead.
scared of Zeke Elliott's suspension now, especially because he's playing this week,
You
and
gave Mike a super team.
that could come down at any point,
Trevor's throwing shot.
and it could ruin.
You gave Mike a super team now because Zeke's not going to get suspended all season.
I think it's gonna happen, and it's gonna play through the playoffs. I think it's gonna really fuck him. And then I think Leonard Fournette is gonna have foot problems the rest of the year because that's what happened throughout his whole college career. He couldn't ever play.
They are saying it is his ankle though.
How often is he going to break a 75-yard touchdown? Is he going to do that every game?
And just like exactly what Jad was saying, I didn't like the way he was getting his points. To be honest, he was averaging 2 yards a carry, except breakaway runs. He would get an 80-yard, I think, the 1 week, and then a 75 last week.
Well, it's how long can
He does
they
get the
hide
volume, though.
fucking Bortles behind Fournette? What's he going to do, get 30 touches every game? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, they're gonna stop the run. Some team's gonna stop the run, and he's just gonna be irrelevant.
That's what happened to Adrian Peterson.
Right.
But that was at the end of his career, more or less. And Trevor, you had a trade with Drake. That was today, right? That was this morning.
Yeah.
All right, listen. I want to hear your thoughts on it. And I want to hear everybody else's thoughts on it too, because we didn't really discuss this in the group chat. Nobody really said like what they thought happened with that trade. Who'd you trade?
We've been talking about trading Will Fuller for a while, and then this morning he texted me about Rob Kelly, and then he said he wanted to give me Will Fuller and Adam Humphries, or whatever the fuck his name is,
Right.
for Rob Kelly and Tariq Cohen. And I was thinking, I didn't want to do that. Like, I wanted Will Fuller, but I didn't want fucking Humphries. That's just like a waste of a spot. I would never play that fucking turd. But, so then he was like, or Tariq Cohen for Will Fuller straight up. And I was like, no, like I did it instantly. I don't know. Tariq Cohen's not going to be bench anymore.
Rob, what do you think about that trade?
I like Tariq Cohen actually this week, but Will Fuller with Deshaun Watson, it's been pretty.
Yeah,
nice.
that's why I like
a lot better than I expected.
I just feel like Jordan Howard, he got fucking 36 touches last week. I know he's not going to be doing that every week, but he's showing that.
I don't know. I don't like the Will Fuller. I don't like Will Fuller kind of play though. That's not my kind of player. I don't like the boomer bust.
No, that's
He's
what
never
I was
getting more
worried
than
about,
like 4 or
too.
5
Well,
catches a
that's
game.
like
Tariq Cohen and Will Fuller are almost the same type of production guy,
Not really.
except opposite positions. And Will Fuller is going to hit his ceiling way more often than Tariq Cohen is. Will Fuller is going to catch more 50-yard bombs than Tariq Cohen is going to have 8 catch games for 100 yards.
I see where both teams were
I think
thinking.
Cohen's got a better floor for sure.
I like the Will Fuller side of the trade.
Well, yeah, I would rather have Will Fuller as well, but Drake's hurting for running backs, and I know Trevor's pretty deep at running back, so he was okay with shipping off one for a wide receiver. So I can see where each team is coming from in that situation. So I understand why he made the trade, but I personally wouldn't have done it. No, I would have.
What'd you think of me and Drake's trade of Thielen and Demaryius Thomas and Mixon and Gills?
Wait, who was all in it? I forget.
I got Thielen and Mixon, and I gave him Demaryius Thomas and Mike Gillisley.
So was this at the beginning of the week or was this last week?
This is like after last week. It was like the beginning,
It was before week 6 games.
It was before the games last week.
Oh, so you guys have already played with those guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Mixon was on a bye, but yeah.
I personally like your side way more. I mean, obviously now that Emmanuel Sanders is hurt, that obviously
I
helps.
think Demaryius Thomas and Adam Thielen are even, and then Mixon is.
Me too. Mixon hasn't achieved any of the production that he totally can with the amount of volume and touches he's getting.
He's been getting touches.
I would hate playing any running
he's
back
getting
in
all the
Patriots
touches,
offense.
like throwing a touchdown in there, and then all of a sudden he looks way more attractive.
And I traded Derek Walker, Julio Jones for Demaryius Thomas and T.Y.
Yeah,
Hill.
that's what I was going to talk about. I thought Derek gave up way too much, so.
Yeah.
What was the trade?
No, well, because I traded Julio for Demaryius Thomas and T.Y. Hill.
Like, I get it, Julio hasn't been his normal self in fantasy this season, but
No.
I understand him being like a buy low candidate, I guess, but
Think about
he
that
didn't
is
buy
Derek.
low.
Derek's the one
He
person
still hit
that
his
always
floor each week, though.
sends me the most one-sided bullshit trades. Like, I'll wake up in the morning and see a trade from Derek Walker, and it'll be like Demaryius Thomas and fucking Kendall Wright for Julio Jones. And I was like, what the fuck? So I just sent back and I said Julio Jones for T.Y. Hilton and Demaryius Thomas. And he left it, and then he sent me a new one, and then he canceled it and accepted it.
Listen.
I was like, no
You're
fucking
making
trades.
If you're making trades and they ever leave it, you know you have them on the hook, and then that's when you spin your trap.
Yeah,
and you
he
get
sent me another one, but he didn't cancel it, and I just didn't respond, and then he canceled it and accepted it.
Me and Rob were trying to make trades, and the one trade I thought I was going to get him with, we were going back and forth, like insta declining every time we sent him. And then I had one for I was about to give up Tyreek Hill, and he left it there for a little bit. He left it, and he countered and then declined it because he realized that if it was sitting there, I wasn't going to offer it anymore.
No,
Well,
I knew you were going to think that, but I literally just came back with an offer. I just blew it over. I never was going to accept that.
Come on, dude. We were playing the leveling game. I know how this shit works. This shit don't come with trophies, bro. I don't get trophies from not knowing what I'm doing.
There's no leveling game with fucking Drake. He's just retarded and head ass.
Listen. To win trades off
Why would you
Drake,
want my best players? What the fuck does that mean? Am I supposed to have all your shit bench players and trade you my good players? It makes no sense.
to win
Ideally,
to
that's
trade
what he'd
with
hope
Drake,
for.
That
you
is what
gotta
you would
offer
hope for.
something really enticing, and then when he defends himself, all you have to do is offer the negative side of what he's saying, and then he just takes it into huge consideration. Like, you just got to adjust your stuff a little bit. But Drake will take the negative stuff you say about the guy who offers you into huge consideration. It's a fucking fish.
Maybe for you, but he doesn't listen to anything I say. He's one of your disciples.
I guess he's your only disciple.
No, Jed has 2 disciples.
Who's the second one?
This dude.
Not true.
Hey, Trevor.
I own the rest of the league. I only
Trevor,
got 2
how
that
serious?
they don't like.
How much fantasy football did you play before we invited you in this league?
The league we played in last year, Bucks' league or whatever. When we drafted that league, I didn't know a thing about fantasy football.
So this was this year?
When I drafted my team last year, but during last year is like when I really started getting into like following it and like, you know what I mean, get good at it. And then all through like the summer and shit now. So
approaching it from a different mindset. I like the group that we have. There's some savvy people, and then obviously you're one of the new people in the league, and I think we got a good mix. And it's hilarious how. And first of all, I think Nick might have the best rest of season team, and it's pretty crazy.
dude,
But it's just funny how we have this huge range, and it just goes to show there's so much variance that it doesn't always matter.
Are you
unless
trying to
you
say
just
Nick
suck
doesn't know what
me
he's
and suck
talking
the wrong
about, and that's surprising to you?
You said what?
Are you saying that Nick doesn't know what he's talking about, and that's surprising that he's got a good team?
I didn't say it's surprising that he has a good team. I'm just saying, all right, if you look at the teams, his is the only team that has real structure that all of us are kind of collapsing or trying to hold together. Nick just straight has Drew Brees, Devontae Freeman, Mark Ingram, Kareem Hunt, and doesn't he have another stud receiver? I'm pretty sure.
He's got Cooks and
He
Benjamin.
he has a really good consistent rest of team season. It's just funny. Just goes to show that.
I think
Yeah,
if it gets to the point where certain guys are on bye, I don't know if his bench is deep enough to carry him through some weeks, but yeah, his starting guys are definitely really solid.
Michael, you want to take us through a preview for next week?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Where do you want to start?
Start wherever you'd like.
All right, I like to start with someone's matchup who isn't involved in the video. That way we can go over it, not from a bias standpoint. So we can start with.
Matchups this week are really going to separate teams too.
Why don't we start with Derek and Nick?
No, it's me and Derek.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got mixed up because Derek for a while had a name that was a pun for Forte, so it's actually Ricky.
He's not Forte and Jadika anymore.
No, he's not.
It's multiple gorgasms.
Another name.
Trevor has one of those lame ass internet names too. I don't even get
People
it.
are panicking for a season. What should I name my fantasy football team? Hey,
one of my favorite ones. It's not in this league. It's not my favorite at all, actually, but it's just relatively creative. That will be all, folks. That will be all, folks. I don't know. I thought that was a cute one, but
That's fucking good.
I'd rather just be Team Delaney Saggy Tits.
I feel you.
I think I have the best.
So you
of
want the
all
matchup?
time.
He's never gonna change it either.
It can't be changed.
And
Butts
Nick.
is pretty funny. Butts.
It was really clever. I'm glad.
And he spelled the butts with a Z. That's fucking funny.
Isn't that funny?
It's hilarious.
It's really clever. Wish I would have thought of it. All right, so for the Nick versus Ricky matchup, I'm just looking at the matchups that each of them have, and I like a lot of Nick's guys this week, especially Mark Ingram against Green Bay. I think and especially Drew Brees against Green Bay. I think that the Saints offense is going to be on the field a lot, so I think that they both are poised for a good game. Freeman against the Patriots. The Patriots have been pretty shitty on defense throughout the whole season, so I like him to have a big game this week. Same thing with Brandon Cooks. I mean, the Patriots offense is going to have to be on its A game to compete since their defense is so bad. So I think Brandon Cooks could also have a big week. And then Kelvin Benjamin, we don't know if he's going to play or not yet, but if he does play, he's got a good matchup against Chicago. Delaney Walker's got Cleveland, which is the best spot you can be for a tight end, so I like that as well. And then Kenny Stills got real potential as his second flex against the Jets. So I like Nick's matchups a lot here.
Yeah. He's facing Ricky, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, Ricky is what? Ricky's probably 2-4. Ricky's not doing too hot. Like you said, I think Nick's got all the matchups here. Like all of them are just totally killer. I even like John Brown.
Yeah,
Mark Ingram, Drew Brees stack against Green Bay's offense. Ricky's really got what? Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffrey.
Yep. He's got Carlos Hyde against Dallas. That's a good matchup.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Ricky. I think Nick's gonna fucking lay him a fat one here. So
yeah, I would take Nick as well. I mean, there's just some tough matchups in there. I mean, Deshaun Jackson against Buffalo. Buffalo's been pretty good
Ricky
against the pass.
Makers.
And then Tyrell Williams against Denver. You think you'd think he'd have some better options. But I'm not going to tell him how to make his team. So that's his business.
Your team booty as fuck. Who we got next on the lineup?
Drake and Brobst. Brobst's team has
Anybody's
been
thoughts?
ridiculously high scoring. Drake only has one player in his lineup right now, so I guess we're just gonna have to speculate who he's gonna play.
He got that from Jad.
I know, right?
He only started doing that 1 week you did
Yeah,
he doesn't want
neutral
Mike
like
to.
me. He's just my little min.
He doesn't want Mike
So
to
fucking
change his
annoying.
lineup based on who
So
he's
fucking
playing.
annoying.
And Michael Crabtree's got him 4 points, so he's not.
Well, Michael Crabtree might get some more volume this fourth quarter, so we'll see. They need to score, obviously, so we'll find out.
Yeah, Mike's got Alex Smith going. Fournette, obviously.
Dude, don't rile up the dogs and everything.
Cheryl's
Shut
been
up.
on fire. Jack Doyle's been on fire.
His team's
Drake's
dangerous.
got nobody.
Come here.
Drake's got nobody. So he had Aaron Rodgers and that's unlucky though. He had Aaron Rodgers and David Johnson go down to QB1. That's so unlucky.
There was no reason.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he does. He's a stingy little bitch. His whole team's falling apart, and I'm trying to send him trades that improve both of our teams week to week. Yeah, you might be giving up a better player or this or that, but like we both need W's. We both got to increase our week to week output. And
Yeah, dude, I was trying to give him some depth for Jordy Nelson.
he's being stingy with fucking
Jordy with no Aaron Rodgers.
fucking Eric Decker when I'm going to improve his quarterback situation and his receiver situation. But he'd rather start Tyrod Taylor because he's black.
I mean,
So,
I don't hate Tyrod Taylor,
I offered him
but
Mariota, and he said no.
that like to me that's so absurd. 'Cause, like Mariota's easily top
I'm
five.
starting Deshaun Watson, and I just have Mariota. Like,
Mario, and he's got Decker. Like it just makes no sense. Like I don't know. Drake's going like total rebel mode to try to like pull something crazy out of his ass, and it's not working. It has no chance. Like, his team has no structure. It's really
I think
pathetic.
Tyrod's good. He just has no one around him other than LaShawn McCoy in the backfield.
That's what I'm saying. He's not throwing to anybody. Jordan Matthews is hurt. I guess he's coming back this week, but I think I read that he hasn't caught in a ball all week at practice.
And his fucking
the
butt cheeks.
the most valuable
his
thing
feet
about
suck my
Tyrod
stuff.
Taylor's is rushing. You're just hoping that maybe he gets 40 yards on the ground.
Tyrod Taylor has 18 point games this year. What makes him like put the whole faith in him? Like I'd rather stream someone booty that actually has a real ceiling. I mean, I guess Tyrod Taylor has a ceiling, but whatever.
I don't see his ceiling with those receivers.
Yeah, and they're actively looking.
And
to
isn't
run
Clay
the-
hurt? Clay's hurt, right?
So what? Yeah, and Charles Clay's hurt. Like it just makes
Yeah.
no sense.
Zay Jones is pretty disappointing. I thought he'd be better.
Yeah,
And
Dad.
also, not seeing any volume, and he doesn't have a good quarterback throwing to him.
If I remember correctly,
Tyrod's good. It's just not the.
I mean, Tyrod is like okay, he's decent, but I'm saying like he's not like a throwing good quarterback, you know.
before the season started, Jad told me that the rookie wide receiver is going to be leading in yards by the end of the year with Zay Jones.
That's because I said there was nobody else there in Buffalo, but I also said Travis Kelce's gonna be the tight end one, and look at him, he's beautiful. So
Oh, he's not Zach Ertz, but he's doing
Yeah.
all right. All right, so I mean, I can only speculate who Drake's going to start here. I'm assuming he's going to start Jordy Nelson. I'm assuming that he's going to start probably Eric Decker against Cleveland as well to go with Crabtree. Obviously, he's going to roll out Tyrod Taylor. Running back, I don't know. His running back situation's pretty ugly. I mean, he's going to have to play Tariq Cohen, and then
Tariq Cohen and what? Buck Allen.
Buck Allen or Jonathan Stewart.
Mike
Those
Gilbert.
are his
Yeah,
fucking
where to
running
come by.
backs.
Yeah, he's got
he'll
Mike
play
Gillislee as well.
So those, and he's got what? Theo Riddick.
Hey, Booker, maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, his team is
Buck
butt.
Gillislee, so.
I love
And then
it.
he's going to play Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate's been good this year, and then for his flex, I would imagine he's going to play probably Kupp and Demaryius Thomas if he plays. I don't know. We'll see. We
Hey,
can,
Amari Cooper just caught another one.
we can only speculate at this point.
Mike's gonna fucking boost him. On to the next matchup.
Yeah, Mike's gonna wreck.
Yeah, he's got a nice start with Alex Smith, 24 points already. So, yeah, I think you guys
With
are
the
right.
whole quarter to go.
All right, Jad, why don't we get into this heated matchup here between your side bet with Derek, you versus Derek, head-to-head this
Hell
week.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know, me and Derek got a $50 prop bet in the season. It's regular season only. And not only do me and Derek face each other this week, we are also the 11th and 12th place teams. We are the bottom two. Both suck. So I'm 1-5 and he's 2-4. So this is obviously a big deal. I almost sold Amari Cooper and Tyreek Hill today. Didn't do that at all. I couldn't get the right price. And obviously they're going ham right now. We have a whole nother quarter to go. Amari Cooper's got 35. Tyreek Hill has 22. I had 58 points with the whole team remaining. So
I see you confidently
Derek
rolled
got-
out the Chiefs defense despite having Amari Cooper. against
Antonio
the
Brown's
Chiefs.
going to have 18 catches
The
this
thing
week.
is, I didn't look. It looks bad. I really didn't mean to do that. I'm pretty sure I meant to pick somebody up. That or I think I was going to pick somebody up today, but I realized I wouldn't be able to because they play today. I remember looking at that either earlier in the week or today, and I either forgot or couldn't. I don't remember. I have a lot of leagues, but I remember seeing that and telling myself I have to switch it. So yeah, I got 1 point with the defense, but I don't see Baltimore's defense doing that well against Minnesota. I mean, they're okay, but regardless. He obviously has Antonio Brown going. Cincinnati in the past has actually held Antonio Brown really, really well. I've seen the past 5 games, Antonio Brown has done anything against the Bengals. But his Kirk Cousins goes ham. He could certainly do that, hooking up with Chris Thompson a couple times.
Tevin Coleman's been great all
Antonio
year.
Brown and Julio Jones. I just now realized that well. So obviously either of those guys could go off. Frank Gore is, as ugly as it is, he can still easily hit double digits. He's facing a funnel run defense. I don't know if Marlon Mack carries. I don't know if it's going to be Frank Gore, but it's a good matchup. And Ellington is in a good game script type of game. I think it's one of the higher point totals on the week this week. Somehow the Cardinals are maintaining offense without David Johnson, which is kind of surprising. But I'm not giving credit to AP, so. I think I'm going to win this one. I've said that for the past 4 weeks. Every time it came down to me making a stupid decision. Last week I could have won by just putting Jerick McKinnon in. So I'm going to say I'm going to win this one. And you have the tiebreaker over Derek, and we'll be going into week 8.
Surely you have it fresh in your mind. Last week you had a great performance out of your guys on Thursday night, and you didn't come away with the win. Do you think there's any possibility that you could lose another heartbreaker this week?
I don't think so. Not with Michael Thomas going against Green Bay. Bilal Powell practiced in full. He's just my safe play. It was him or Martavis Bryant. I'm just going to stay away from Martavis Bryant. Maybe try selling to Drake's dumbass. Still got Terrell Pryor going. McKinnon's obviously safe. Although, for some reason, I kind of like Latavius Murray. Vikings got to balance their analytics. They got to balance their offense somehow. They can't just keep feeding McKinnon. That's not good. So I kind of think Latavius Murray might get 2 goal line touchdowns and steal those, but who knows? Still got McCaffrey and Newton who could both hook up for 20 balls like they did last week. They just pair up really well together. I don't see Derek winning this one, so on to the next.
Yeah, if you end up pulling out the win like you think you are, it will end up being you guys tied 2-5, and you will have the slight tiebreaker.
I'm 1-5. Playoffs is sitting at 3-3, only 2 games out. Let's get it.
You and Derek are both terrible at fantasy. I love it.
All
I
right,
literally
Rob,
should have one loss. I literally lost all those games by me making stupid decisions.
why don't we segue into Rob's matchup against Damien?
Rob, go ahead. Take it away, bro.
Damien, get to black-brown.
I can't even see. I don't even have my glasses on. All right, who do I got?
He doesn't remember his team.
To be honest, I love that I have Damien this week.
I remember because my team's so unique this year.
I love that I have Damien this week because I think his squad is just garbage.
He lost OBJ and Manny Sanders.
Damien overrated every year.
Overrated? You talking about Damien?
Overrated every year.
Damien definitely
he had
overachieved
a
last year.
team, now his team sucks.
Does he finish above expectation every year?
Absolutely. Last year he was overachieved.
Made it all the way to the finals.
Yeah, he did not belong there at all.
Pulled second place out of his ass.
Yeah, I don't even know who.
He had LeGarrette Blount and Michael Thomas. He drafted him super late.
Yeah, he had the most uninspiring football team I've ever
That
seen.
made a whole difference.
And then this year, he's fucking on top of the standings
That
with
was like Kyle
fucking
Montgomery the year before.
C.J. Anderson, Devontae Adams, Torrey Smith.
Isaiah Crowell.
Isaiah Crowell was his 3rd round pick, and he's still up here. Like Aaron Jones. Look,
It's because he had OBJ to start the season, but now he's hurt. So
look at his flex option and his fucking Torrey Smith.
Yeah,
No.
this is the perfect week for you to play Damien.
Yeah, I'm so
I guess
happy.
rest
I
of
did.
season. I
Nice.
mean,
I didn't even know that you started Derek Carr.
Yeah, I did.
Well, he had no other choice. But
As you were telling me actually earlier today that this is a great matchup because Kansas City secondary plays off.
Yeah, you were asking about daily fantasy or whatever. Yeah, I knew
Daily
Kansas
fantasy.
City. Kansas City likes to give up a lot of yards. They're boom or bust defense, definitely. But yeah, I like Kamara. Obviously, I have the number 1 fantasy football player in Le'Veon Bell. Back to that trade. I can't lose if I have the best player. I don't.
That's
I
care.
mean,
not true,
dude, you
but-
got Le'Veon Bell, Des Bryant, Mike Evans.
Yeah, that's a good little core. And then I just need little, I haven't got anything from like Taylor
Kamara's going to be as
Gabriel.
good as anybody in a PPR league.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, I think I'm gonna whoop Damien. I fucking hope so.
I mean, he's got Prescott going and probably the best safest quarterback matchup of the week.
Yeah, San Fran. Yeah.
Devontae Adams is still the favorite target right now in Green Bay. I don't care what you say about Jordy Nelson or anybody else. But unless Hundley can put together an offensive show to get Adam Jones and Devontae Adams in the game, I don't see it happening.
I mean, what about Aaron Jones? Like, what is Aaron Jones gonna do?
Doug Baldwin always has
Adam
miracle
Jones?
touchdown games.
What is Aaron Jones gonna do in his flex spot?
Carries. No. Aaron Jones is going to split carries. He will.
Is he gonna get what 4 points? You think?
I'd say
Huh?
his ceiling's a touchdown.
You want to do an over-under on his
Couple yards.
point?
I'd say the over under is at like 6.5.
Well, I'll take the over. Want to take the over?
That's an easy one to take over, but I'm just saying.
I mean,
I don't see
we
him
can
doing
bet on
anything
it.
more than that.
you can send me $5 on fucking Venmo.
So put
I'm
5
just
on
saying,
it.
if you want to bet, let me know. But
Okay.
Doug Baldwin always has random 3 touchdown games, so it's open, I guess.
Against
He's relying on that.
at the Giants though,
I mean,
and I
I'm
think
not gonna
Janoris
say that the
Jenkins is
Giants
gonna
can't
follow
give
him.
up because their whole team is a dumpster fire, and like there's so much variance in football. Once shit goes wrong, shit just goes wrong. Denver last week got their ass fucking handed to them in the game where I was the most confident about their defense the whole week. Like out of any team, I'm like Denver's gonna kick the Giants fucking ass. And
I mean,
they're ran by Wayne Gallman after shutting down Zeke. So
he does
sometimes-
have Dak Prescott, but I also have Des Bryant versus San Fran.
Or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I could see me losing because the Cincinnati matchup is always fucking weird. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, it's always low scoring. Mike Evans could get shut down by Buffalo. Jamison
Yeah,
Crowder
Buffalo
doesn't
runs
show
the
up.
clock out.
Dez acts like a fucking turd. He doesn't show up. I mean, I could see it.
We all know Hunter Henry can just disappear.
Anderson could get 2 goal line carries.
I mean, I like Taylor Gabriel because New England gives up the big play, and that's who he is.
We also
So,
can't forget
yeah,
on Damien's
you
side.
should win this game. It could get ugly, but I don't see it happening.
Adrian Peterson he got a lot of volume last week. I mean, I don't see them changing it up.
Listen, if you're starting Adrian Peterson, fuck off out of my league.
Hey, look at his running backs. Well, who else would you have him start? Would you have him start Thomas Rawls?
Is Wayne Gallman on the fucking? Is he on the waiver?
No.
No, that Butts has him. Butts.
No, Wayne Gallman's on my team.
Hey, Butts every single day picks up
He's
somebody
got-
for $7.
So wait, he's got
Butts
Tyler
picks up
Lockett,
somebody
Thomas
for $7
Rawls,
every day that he'll
Doug
never
Baldwin,
play.
Russell Wilson.
In drops.
Yeah, he's got
every
4
day.
Seahawks.
Why does he have all these
Every-
Seahawks?
All right, so while we're on the topic of Butts, why don't we move into your matchup against Butts, Trevor?
Yeah, it's not a good start with Marshawn getting fucking ejected.
Did that just freeze for anybody? Did that just freeze?
A little bit.
You weren't moving. That was you.
On to the next game.
Yeah, it's Butts and Trevor. Trevor, obviously bad start with Marshawn Lynch getting
Yeah.
ejected.
Trevor, take it away, bro.
Dumbass.
This is your time to shine, bro.
Dude,
What do you think
I got to win with 9 guys. 9 guys. Because Marshawn Lynch had to be fucking the hero.
Is
I think
LeGarrette Blount?
I think Marshawn Lynch is way too distracted this year. Dude sucks.
Why didn't you? What are your thoughts on Wendell Smallwood, Trevor?
I like him, but I don't know what he's going to do this week.
That's all you got? What was Marshawn Lynch gonna do?
Ball into the end zone. Not punching, bro.
Listen, I think that's totally fair, but you got to at least consider Smallwood. Monday night, he should be going in a relatively
He's
higher
coming off
score.
injury, though, so I don't want to put him in there and then he tweaks whatever he hurt again or something.
That's totally fair. I was just, yeah. What about Deion Lewis? Deion Lewis just had a big game Monday night against Atlanta. It should be a high-scoring game. You weren't considering Deion Lewis over Marshawn Lynch?
That was his first game that he actually showed something in a while, so we'll see.
All right.
I'm
I'm
assuming
just
just
letting
like
you know, Atlanta's linebackers suck against running backs.
I like my flexes right now.
Butts.
I'm assuming that that like everyone else playing butts, you're just hoping to fade Brady and Gronk.
Dude, why is? Oh my God.
Who do you got in this?
Why is
Who do you
he so
got in
good?
this win, Trevor? You were Butts.
I don't know. His wide receivers are ass, but he's got
You got
good
good
running
matchups.
backs. He's got good everything
Except
else, basically.
This is a really tough matchup.
I love that Roger Lewis play.
It feels like every time I say Butts is going to lose, he wins.
Oh,
It's hard to
look,
predict
you
him
got,
because he's got
Mariota, who
fucking.
should crush against Cleveland.
He's getting
Pierre
carried by
Garçon
3
is gonna
players,
be an awesome
and that's really
shootout.
hard because you look at all the
T.Y.
other shit that he
Hilton
has
is
on his
devastating.
team.
Thielen is still one of the best. Funches is an awesome play. Mixon is a sneaky play. But yeah, he's got Brady, Ajayi, Gordon. It's gonna be one of those fuckers. Fucking Gordon will score 3 touchdowns and ruin your whole week. It happens every time. So,
Not a third week in a row. He's not doing that shit.
so who are you taking? You got to pick.
I always think I'm gonna win. So
You're projected to lose by 30. What do you think about that?
I'll be all right.
Do we have any more matchups?
Yeah, we got a couple more, I think.
Did I officially lose the Survivor Challenge?
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
DeMarco
I got cut
Murray
from Survivor
saved me.
Challenge. Who's all left? We got 6 teams left.
Yeah. It's the people who are left are me, Rob, Nick, Mikey, Derek.
Oh, Derek is?
Yeah, Derek's still in it.
No.
And when did he get eliminated?
I thought he was one of the first ones eliminated.
No, the first one eliminated was Trevor, and then it was Brobst, then it was Drake,
Maybe I got
then it was Butts, then it was Ricky, then it was Jad.
Okay.
Michael, you're my statistician. You're my bookkeeper. That's why I let you.
I don't
take
know
over
why I
this.
remembered that. I just did. But yeah, so it's you and I,
Dodo
Damien, Derek, Nick, and Mikey.
Well,
left.
Damien's going to get cut this week.
I said Damien was going to get cut last week, and I was off by 4 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jad ended up scoring 4 less points than him.
His team's going to be ugly for the rest of the year.
Well, good luck in the challenge, boys. Get that hundo.
Yeah, I'm hoping I have a chance, but we'll see. This week I got Mikey.
Wow, what was that?
Honestly, I think I caught Mikey on a bad week. His flex options are pretty ugly. Travis Kelce's got him a nice 13. That's pretty solid for a tight end. So,
But he relies on him more than that.
half of my team is questionable, so I don't know what's gonna happen. So I made the decision today that I was gonna play Derrick Henry over DeMarco Murray because they're playing Cleveland. They're just gonna
Yeah.
run it out. So
Dude, I kind of like that play.
I think they're gonna protect
When it's
DeMarco
gonna look
Murray.
Stupid like I did.
Why don't you just play both of them?
I
Because
have
I'd-
more Derrick Henry than I do DeMarco Murray in DFS.
because I'm taking a chance on
Cleveland has a sneaky good run defense, though.
yeah, they do, but
But against a team like Tennessee, I don't know if you can even say that matters. There's like certain like threshold points, you know, like a team like Jacksonville is like a team you're just gonna completely kind of avoid for the pass defense. But like when you're picking like a sneaky good run defense is like Chicago, but like once you are facing somebody like Zeke or Le'Veon or whatever, does it even matter anymore?
And you put Tennessee
There's
into
not a
that?
lot of like just stupid dominant run defenses.
they have a really good offensive line.
Yeah. You know,
And-
usually the teams that commit to the
I
run
could see
in the NFL.
Eric.
usually
I could
pretty-
see Eric Decker going off for like 8 touchdowns.
Come on, why? Yeah, that's why Greg holding on to him because he knows.
And you asked why not play both Murray and Henry? Is because I'm taking the chance that if I play Montgomery, that Hundley might take the check down throws to
Yeah,
Ty
for
Montgomery.
I'm
Some
talking about
open.
that's Aaron Jones.
No, Ty Montgomery's a way better pass catcher than Aaron
That's
Jones. Come
why.
on.
That's why Damien's starting him. He needs to.
Okay, we can do an over under on their snap percentage. What percent of snaps is Montgomery going to get?
I'm saying 65.
I was gonna say like.
I say less.
You think
I'll
less
take
than
the
65?
At $5 on Venmo.
No.
Shut the hell up, Jad, with these Aaron Jones bets.
Dude.
Why are you such an Aaron
65%?
Jones fan?
Huh?
Why are you such an Aaron Jones fan, you faggot?
I'm just telling you, like that's how the trend. That's how it's going to work. They're not, he's not just going to get dominated in the carries right away. That's just not how it works. Especially coming off a rib injury, it's a body injury. There's no point. I'm pretty sure they have a bye the week after.
I'm playing him for the passing downs, not for the running downs.
Does he have a bye next week?
Yeah. Yeah, Ty
there
Montgomery
you go.
and the Packers do have a bye next week.
That's what I'm
But-
saying. It just makes total sense. There's no reason why he would just jump in.
What is Damien gonna do when the Seahawks go on by and 5 players go on by?
They already were on bye.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was that last week?
I think so. Maybe the week before.
He probably
Anyways.
got lucky and faced me.
I've got I've got Randall Cobb in for the same reason. Maybe Hundley takes the short yardage passes, and maybe Cobb gets like 6 receptions for 40 yards. I don't know, something like that. So I take a nice 10 points out of my flex. Ordinarily, I'd be worried about a wide receiver going against Denver, but it's Keenan Allen. He's got at least 9 targets every single game, so he's gonna see volume, even if he is.
AJ Green does
shadowed
well
by
against the
Keep
Steelers too.
Yeah, and then Chris Hogan. I mean, apparently he got hurt last week. My only 2 losses came when Chris Hogan got me a mere 2 points. So Chris Hogan's definitely been the backbone of my team so far this season.
ASJ, an awesome pickup too off the waiver for you.
Hell yeah, I remember Drake drafted him.
As I'm saying, like it was all a matter of just when the person decided to pick him up, who and when it was going to be.
Oh, Drake made a mistake.
Drake drafted ASJ,
Drake made a
and
mistake.
then he dropped him later on.
Jed, you like Mikey's team? How do you feel about Mikey's team? Like, do you like that structure?
All right. Well, so yeah, Matt Ryan against New England is obviously a contender to be a QB1 for the week.
Maybe the QB1.
Although I'm not like satisfied with how he's playing, but it's obviously in the range of outcomes. LaShawn McCoy is going to absolutely get fed. Todd Gurley is going to get fed. The rest of it, Robert Woods is actually in a good spot. Justin Bethel for the Cardinals is like one of PFF's worst corners, if not the worst. But I also just read that Bethel's getting benched, so I guess we'll see if that works well for Robert Woods or not. But with Travis Kelce going, that's obviously a good thing. Benny Fowler is going to be on the field the whole game, though, with Emmanuel Sanders being out. Jeremy Curley gets an upgrade because isn't Robbie Anderson hurt?
He's questionable, I think. No, he's not listed as questionable anymore. He looks like he's going to play.
Yeah, he's playing. My boy
So,
Jermaine Kearse.
well,
But they're different. They're different kind of players, I think, because Robbie Anderson's
Michael
like their deep
Studs just have to show up, and if they do, Mikey shouldn't have a chance if Michael Studs show up. But outside of that, Mikey actually has a realistic chance to win, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Who do you like in this matchup?
Out of them two?
Yeah.
While you're thinking about it, I think I'm going to win. I think one of the reasons Mikey's team's been so great all year is because DeAndre Hopkins has been stupid efficient and gotten a ridiculous amount of targets and points.
Cut him on the bye week.
While he doesn't have DeAndre Hopkins, it's huge for me. I think his wide receivers, I think Jeremy Macklin's been trash all season, and he's might see Xavier Rhodes, so it's going to equal even more trash. So he could put up a 0. Robert Woods, like you said, Bethel's been horrible, but we don't know if their replacement's going to be more competent. I guess we'll find out.
Robert
Or
Woods
if it
been
even
getting
means
the number
that
one
anything's going to happen out of Woods.
The Cardinals have been a sneaky good run defense. So Todd Gurley, he's been crazy good all season. I guess we'll find out what Arizona has in store for him. And then the Amendola versus Chris Hogan split is going to be huge, depending on who's the guy this week. So if Chris Hogan's the guy, it increases my chances a lot. And then obviously if it's Amendola, that makes the matchup lean his way.
From a game flow perspective, a big leverage point in your guys' matchup is also going to be Todd Gurley versus Carson Palmer. If Todd Gurley's straight eating, Carson Palmer's not even going to be on the field. So that's also like a leverage point in your guys' matchup.
Very true.
But I got you. I think your floor is simply way too high, whereas Mikey is going to need a lot of things to go right. If they do go right, it could end up looking embarrassing for you, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think my team got their share of shitting their pants in last week, so at least I hope. My team was horrible last week. I was very lucky not to get eliminated from the Survivor Challenge because Snead had 1 catch, Hogan had 1 catch, Keenan Allen had like 3 or 4, Cobb had 3 or 4, so none of my wide receivers even scored over 10 points. So my team was just really bad last week. I was lucky that ASJ had a good game, and so did
Wait, you didn't get chopped?
No.
Hey, I got a 60
Who
ball
got
on
chopped?
there. Right?
Jed. It's
I got a
Jed.
60 ball with a Cooper and Tyreek Hill going right now. Who's winning? It says 30-24. Is this the Raiders?
Kansas City's winning.
Kansas City. Oh, well, sweet. Maybe Amari Cooper will get another touchdown. But
Yeah, I think we
I
covered
don't
them.
got much else unless you guys have like any comments or anything. Trevor, you got any shout-outs, bro?
Nah.
No shout-outs, Trevor?
Shout out to Drake for fueling my team, making it better.
Just trading you for the past 2 weeks, just giving you all the W's.
Is
Rob,
anyone else-
Mikey, anything to say?
Somebody needs to fucking trade me.
Dude, you had your chance at gold tonight. Amari Cooper and Tyreek Hill were
You weren't
all
giving
in
me
your
Amari
team.
Cooper. You said that over and
All
over
right,
and
hey,
over
listen,
and
hey,
over and
listen.
over.
Leave a comment below. Who would you rather have? This is a cute trade me and Rob were going to make, but, he wasn't about it. Who did I offer, Rob? Tyreek Hill and who? I don't remember.
No. I think you offered just Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Tyreek Hill for
Hunter Henry and Alvin Kamara.
who do you guys like on that side of the trades? Hunter Henry, Alvin Kamara for Tyreek Hill.
One more time.
It was Tyreek Hill for Alvin Kamara and Hunter Henry.
I'm keeping my depth.
Yeah, I'd rather have Kamara. And
I'd rather have Tyreek Hill, I think.
Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think.
In case anyone was wondering, the two teams have over $90 left on their fab budget, and Nick Rudder has 95 and Mike Brobes is 94.
There we go.
Who's the lowest?
Get a
Jad
$10
with
bump.
7.
Oh, Jad with his $55 towards Alfred Morris.
$55 on Alfred.
Yeah, Jad, you have $7 left in your budget.
Why did you do that? Why?
I have no one else to buy. Who am I going to get off the waiver?
Well, you don't know
You
who's
guys
going to get
Make a
dropped.
playoff run and you need someone.
You don't know who's going to get dropped.
Yeah, dude,
You guys,
you're so fucking
Like,
dumb.
random studs just show up on the waiver. All those guys, like Aaron Jones, they were already, like, known about, like, freak athletes. There's nobody else left on the waiver.
Dude,
that's
I
even,
can
like,
think
worth
of
considering.
a situation in Trevor's trade with Derek. He had to drop Dante Moncrief, and I picked him up to stash him for when Andrew Luck comes back because he's got the touchdown upside. So
Andrew Luck ain't shit. The only playmaker left on our
Dante
waiver.
Moncrief ain't shit.
The only playmaker left on our waiver, and maybe if he has a big game this week, somebody might pick him up. It's probably Devontae Booker. That's it.
well, Drake already
He's
has
only-
Devontae Booker. He already picked him up.
Did he pick him up?
Yeah,
Yeah, there's nobody else left on our fucking waiver. Who is there?
there was
Yeah, not
T.J.
right now.
Jones, but Bus just snagged him.
Goddamn butts to snag TJ Jones.
He's gonna pick up some fucking tight end I've never heard of, like, tomorrow for $6. But fuck, I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, and I already picked up Jared Goff for when Cam Newton is on his bye week. But like the way I have my construction, like nothing's gonna change. I have to keep all my receivers, McCaffrey and McKinnon. Like, who am I gonna pick up off the waiver?
Bryce Butler.
Actually, I'm not mad. That's a sneaky play this week. Christ Butler, look out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Drop Alfred Morris.
There's not a lot sitting out there.
Hey, I got Nick rest of season. Nick's gonna be my regular season champ. Anybody want to make any bets?
It's so easy to bet against you in that situation.
I know.
Hey,
Nick
Trevor,
versus the field.
Trevor, you're a Cincinnati fan, right?
Yeah.
Do you like that tight end, Croft?
Tyler Croft.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a former third-round pick, and Dalton
when
loves his tight ends.
Eifert healthy, you see like what he does in the red zone, so I can see the same thing for him. He caught a touchdown last week, or the last time they played.
Yeah,
You guys know
monster
Croft's on
game
our
against
way.
Cleveland.
But like you said, though, like the Steeler games, they're just weird.
Yeah, you can't really. Yeah. Everything's just out the window in that game, I feel like.
Do you need a little confirmation for
What's
your
Nick's
second
record
flex
right
play?
now?
No, I was just saying what he felt about him. Because I think he's a third-round pick, which is high as fuck for a tight end.
Yeah, Nick's 4-2 and
So-
one of the highest scoring teams in the league, if not the highest scoring team in the league.
Who?
Nick.
Yeah, he's got a good team.
Oh no,
Nick-
Rob scored 5 more points over the course of the season than Nick. So Nick is the second highest scoring team in the league.
How much time is left in this Thursday game?
2 minutes 38 seconds.
2.5 minutes, and Oakland's about to get the ball back. They're down by 6.
Show. I'm about to go turn that on. Smoke a fat joint. You guys got anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, what's your record?
Peace out,
1-5?
1-5. I'm coming for the playoffs. I'm gonna sneak in the 6th spot, win it all. I have the roster to do it. Gotten unlucky all season. I made a lot of bad plays. I got the team to make the most improbable comeback in the history of Nantucket's Revenge Fantasy Football League. You heard it here first. Delaney Saggy Tits is coming for the trophy. And I can't.
Keeps having one miracle week.
You do
You do.
realize
You and Drake are gonna be playing for the toilet bowl at the end of the
This is
season.
this is positive regression. Amari Cooper, Tyreek Hill, they're going up, dude.
Jad, you do realize that if you lose this week, you're done.
I'm not gonna lose.
Derek's
I have
going to
a
win
60
this
ball
week, dude.
right now.
Julio's going to have his 50-point game.